see the dawn of a new bright morning. Made it through the storm and the past been storming. I can hear the youth and the elders calling, looking for a way to reclaim what's stolen. When they see their leaders have greedy intention, out for themselves and their wealth they protecting.
Learning that we have to step up and find ways how to help shape our society and families and establish something where we feel comfortable with for future generations, for our kids. So going back to basics, like growing our own food, is as sustainable as we can get, and making sure we buy products that support other businesses or other organizations that are sustainable and working towards the same goals or similar goals.
Obsessions away. Make noise if you wanna, and don't you ever get back in the corner. Keep your hands clean from the dirt and the drama, and you stand free from the hurt and the karma. What is it? Make noise if you wanna, and don't you ever get
Organic and urban farming.
Well, my name is Jay, and I'm an urban farmer. This is Hayes Valley Farm. It's a community-run urban agriculture project located in the center of San Francisco. It's 2.2 acres. It used to be the freeway on and off ramps. For 20 years, this was a vacant lot that was used to park city vehicles, to have parties at night. There's a lot of homeless camps, drug use, intravenous needles left behind, condoms, prostitution. This was a space that people ignored. It was a 2-acre vacant chained up fence that nobody went in and nobody looked in. So it was forgotten. So one of the most amazing things is the ability to create the conditions you want. You can do a lot in the farming. And one of the ways that we were able to learn this was learning a unique perspective on agriculture, and it's called permaculture. And permaculture takes the two words combined, permanent and agriculture, and looks at ways to permanently grow food. Looks at ways to grow food the way the forest grows food. One of the things that we were trying here at Hayes Valley Farm is to do an organic fertilizer based on nitrogen being fixed in the nodules of legumes, whether it's beans or peas, and having those beans and peas never go to flower so that they never go to bean. And before all that happens, when they've stored that maximum amount of nitrogen, just as the flowers start to get bright, we'll chop them all down, and the roots die back, and the fertilizer is released into the soil that it was saving up to grow and make the pea. Composting. So we are always doing compost with the worms, with organic matter and kitchen scraps, with flipping hot compost, with slow compost, with worm bins, worm mounds, a big pile that was just rotten. I mean, every single way that we can try to compost something and turn it into fertility, we're adding that into the cycle. And the idea of having a place where community can gather, where they can learn things, where they can share things. In this case, it's a farm, and they're learning about growing food and sharing food. But it could be so many things. The idea is that most communities lack the spaces to gather and become a community. The idea of where do we go from box to house, to box to car, to box to train or bus, to cube, to shell, to condo, to garage, and we don't interact. We get out of a car and go to the store, we get back into the car and we go to our garage. There's too much of this, and what I found out was people were yearning to get outside. And what we say is that when you go to the farm, you're solving nature deficit disorder. Like seriously, you just need some nature in your life. You need a little dirt under your nails. You need to talk to somebody. You need a little interaction with the plants, with the people, with the world. And this place is alive. 50,000 people drive in a circle around here every day because it used to be the freeway on and off ramp. So they're getting on right there and they're getting off right here. And they're walking by. There's a great neighborhood here with a lot of stores and shops and restaurants and coffee and fun. The community around us supports us and loves us as a farm. If nothing else, it's because it's no longer just blight. It could have been so many things. It didn't have to be a farm. It was one thing that a lot of people wanted to do. But vacant spaces in the temporary use, this interim use, we can make positive change by having places for our communities to gather, to have placemaking, to have the people working together to design something together. Here it became a farm. Over there it may be a bike shop, or it might be a seed library, or a recycle center, or a clothing operation, or who knows? These ideas of placemaking, of co-creating with your community, of working and finding places that can be transformed from blight and underused to something that people want, and most importantly, to something that the people that live there want. That's Hayes Valley Farm in a nutshell, and that's urban agriculture as it's going to succeed or fail, is it's whether or not people actually want it. Rock on.
Show me the world.
You bet.
there's more to see. More than just the roads, the groves, my street. Show me the world, there's more for me. Show me the world, there's more to see.
Keep your hands clean from the dirt and the drama, and you stand free from the hurt and the karma.